Watch Transit TV right now.
Keep watching Transit TV.
Thank you so much for supporting this segment of our channel, NPFL. We have come to stay. We're going to be bringing you information and analysis on this league week in and week out, so that you guys will be abreast of what is going on, since the league is not particularly on TV. So stay put on this channel. Subscribe if you have not done so. Like and share. Let us know your comments. Also, in the comment section, let us know what you want to talk about, the information you want to get, if there are things that we're not covering for you. And we'll do that in the new year. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year, Lion Cat. Victor, thank you, guys. And Transit TV, welcome back again to our NPFL review. We are halfway through the season, and the regular Musketeers on the league table are still there. Rivers United, Remo Stars, Rangers, Shooting Stars are coming up. We are doing the review for the last games, and of course, Victor and Lion can here to give us how they think it's going to end. It looks like nobody wants to run away with this one at this point. It's still dragging up there on the top, but looking like some teams are coming up as well from the back to overhaul Remo and Rivers United. Today, to give you all this, I have Victor and Olayinka, who is a Shooting Stars fan, to dissect a little bit the games last weekend and look at the table and kind of project how this season is going to end. Guys, you are welcome to the show.
It's great to be back here. NPFL review. It's not just the review. It's more like a roundup of what has happened in the first half of the season. And we've enjoyed it. We've given you guys a lot of content about the NPFL. We've all enjoyed it. And yes, there are some flaws here and there, but come on, we've had a great season so far.
Yeah, like good to see you.
Yeah, hello everyone. Thank you so much for having me. Like Victor said, it has been a wonderful first half of the league, first half of the league, and I've seen a lot of surprises. We've seen a lot of upsets. We've seen a lot of goals, a lot of wonderful moments in this beautiful league. And I would say it is a great honor for me to be here today to talk about our prestigious league also.
Yeah, like a little bit, do you have anything you're doing on the internet space with regards to our league or sports? Let our viewers know so that they can go ahead and check you out and support what you do.
Okay, I'm also one of the NPFL, the Nigerian League, biggest fan, and also a reporter for the league also. I'm a Shooting Star fan, and if you want to check me out on Twitter, my username is Innovator of Africa at Innovator YK. So I have a lot of wonderful content about the Nigerian League and, everything you need to know about Nigerian and African League by extension.
Yeah, guys, go ahead and check out the like, and also put his content, his link and contacts in the description of this video. You can check it out and support what he's doing out there.
We usually see you at the Kwara United, sometimes in Ibadan. Which one are you sticking with? Are you sticking with Kwara United or you're sticking with Shooting Stars?
I am a Shooting Star fan, Shooting Star from childhood. But, my university education was at Kwara United, and I had a contact with a couple of media stations in Kwara then. So technically, or by contract, I had to support Kwara United, and project Kwara United, because I was working with Kwara TV, obviously. And now I'm done with school in Kwara, and I would say my business with Kwara United is over. So I'm back fully with my Shooting Stars.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about the atmosphere in Ibadan. Is it the best atmosphere in any Nigerian league side?
Well, I've not been opportune to attend any of the Northern games, but so far so good. I've been to more than close to 10 NPFL centers. I've been to Ondo, I've been to Lagos a couple of times, during Sporting Lagos, and now during the Ikorodu City. I've been to Kwara United here. And, I would say Shooting Star has the best atmosphere, one of the best in the NPFL, and by far the best in the Southwest. Talk about fans. The average of fans that come to watch the Shooting Star match, every home matches, within the range of 7,000 to 5,000. Like, well, let's say when there is low turn up from the people, we have 5,000 people coming up, and that is even very, very rare. Big matches. The last match we played against Kwara United, which was the last match for this 2024. The stadium was full to the brim. The fans, some were even standing. That is how passionate Ibadan fans are to Shooting Stars. Whenever it's a match day in Ibadan, you see people trooping around. There is always this joyous moment in the city. Everyone wants to watch the Oli Warriors. Everyone wants to support this team, and that is how football is like a culture. And the NPFL supporting the Shooting Stars, the NPFL is like a tradition for every one of us here.
Yeah. Warriors is one of the traditional teams in NPFL, of course, we know that. So, and one of the ones that they refused to die. And this season started very poorly, but they are really doing good right now. So let's give our fans out there a rundown of the results for the weekend, Saturday, December 28th. Bayelsa United losing at home to Abia Warriors. On Sunday, 29th, Lobby Stars 0-0 with Heartland. Tornadoes lost at home to Rangers, and Academy Warriors won Kano Pillars 1-0 at home. And Katsina United at home won against Nasarawa United. Ikorodu City again won 2-1 to Sunshine Stars. 3SC won at home 1-0 to Kwara United, like Ika said. Remo Stars beat Aqua United 2-1 at home, and Rivers United becoming the draw champions of the league. Drew 1-1 to Plateau United in Port Harcourt. Enyimba and Bendel Insurance game yesterday. We don't have that result in Victor. I don't know what was the result of that game.
Enyimba. The game is on Thursday.
Thursday, yeah. Victor, like I said in the beginning, I don't know what you make about this result, and it looks like between Remo Stars and Rivers United, none of them is willing to run away with this league. They have been on top, but there's no substantial gap between them and the teams around them. It's looking like the Shooting Stars are coming up strong, just one point behind Rivers United and 3 behind Remo Stars. How do you see this one shaping up?
Honestly, I'll say there's no Rivers United fan or Remo Stars fan or even Enyimba fan that will be scared of Shooting Stars. Sorry, you're lying, cow, but nobody's scared of Shooting Stars. They always have that moment. Yes, they've won all their games in December, 5 games in a row, all of that. Yes, we know, we do. But last, when I go fight, and when you reach April, when I go forget your gas go finish, and I don't feel them.
Let's forget about 3SC. I'm talking about generally now. They're not the Remo Stars and the Rivers United. Like, I don't know if you can jump in on this. They're not really. They're not able to create that. Just have sustained 3, 4, 5 wins and create that gap between them and the teams around them. Because the way it's looking, a bad patch of run of game, maybe 2 draws for 2 of them and 2 wins somewhere else, they will lose the table, and things might get sticky right there.
Well, personally, about the league, the title race this season, I would say like the NPFL that I've been following for a couple of years now. The first stanza of the league, like, it's always very hard to predict who is going to win the league. Last season, almost everyone, even myself at some point, were tipping for Remo Stars to actually win the league, and in the long run, it was Fidelis Lechuku led Rangers International that scooped the trophy. So right now, I would say we can't say for sure, we can't expect a team to be leading the league by 9 points or 6 points at this point in time. I would say Nigerian league is arguably the most competitive league in the world. It is always very, very, very hard for you to have this large margin. Look at the English Premier League now. I think Liverpool are on top with over 6 to 7 points to the closest team behind them. And that is one of the beautiful things about the Nigerian Premier League, whereby anybody can be beaten. It's not so sure for you, and you can't just have that huge margin to top the league. I would say when we get into the second part of the league, when we are moving towards the, let's say, game 30, at that point in time we will know for sure the title contender and the title pretender.
Yeah, just like what Olaika said there. he made reference to the English Premier League, situation. It's Liverpool have a huge gap and difference between other Premier League clubs. That's because of the difference in quality. That's why you see, okay, there's a huge gap in difference between those who are, the top five and then people who are from number 6 downwards. But in the NPFL, there isn't much difference in quality. There's no much difference in quality. And also the fact that, you have to win at home, at every cost. So it's very difficult for you to go, even if you get a point, it's very difficult because everything that is involved is kind of technical, because you look at the fact that some of these teams are traveling by road, on the road. They spend so much hours, they clock into their hotel, then they don't even have much time to train. Sometimes even the home team don't even allow them to train much. So there are a lot of factors that, will not really allow Remo Stars and Rivers United to continue to be dominant. But with time, maybe they will get the result. But it's not easy playing in the Nigeria League. I think that's what I will establish.
Talking about winning and losing at home, we have 2 results here this week. Bayelsa United lost at home to Aba Warriors, and Rangers won away to Tornadoes and got a win 1-0. Victor, it looks like we've been telling our viewers that teams are, that win at home at all costs has left the league. It's becoming a little bit more open now. Anybody can go anywhere and get a result.
Well, honestly,
Yeah.
I'll say the principle, that theory in which people have about, or let me say that myopic sentiment people have about the NPFL that almost always win, is gradually becoming a myth in the league right now, because I would say several times this season, like we've seen, I think there was even a week that we didn't even have a single home win, and it is just about what you can do on the pitch right now. Like there is no that much huge other advantage aside the fact that, let's say, Remo Stars and currently Shooting Stars, it is very hard. Like even there are some away ground right now that the match is always level for the playground is always level for both teams. This season I saw Yimba come to the Lagos Salami Stadium to get the point. Even they almost got the maximum 3 points at the Lagos Salami Stadium. So that is to tell the fathers like the league is improving in terms of almost always win. Like philosophy is actually changing, and I would say like this is actually a very great thing for our league, that you can go anywhere and in any time and pick the maximum points. I feel like that's something very great, and it is gradually adding to the brand and the value of our league.
Yeah, I can see that. We said that for a while now. The officiating has gone up. Teams are able to go away and get results. Remember the popular win at Port Harcourt by I think it was Bayelsa United against Rivers United. It was a very huge win of the season. Peter, let's talk about a little bit about. I know you have been a little bit skeptical about Heartland. They had a little bit of form. They came from all those bad results. Abonike turned it around in Owerri. And the last week, again, they had a draw. I don't know. Do you think Heartland is going to do anything serious, or have they reached where the most they can do so far this season?
Honestly, it's good that the players are going to have this break coming up, at least for 1 or 2 weeks. It will give everyone space for a breather and for Heartland boys to also rest. For me, they've exceeded my expectations for them. I expected them. I've always said it. I've always expected Heartland to struggle, and they did struggle in the first 5-7 games at the start of the season. But somehow, Amunike have been able to turn things around. But since he turned things around, it's not been so easy. Some things they've not beaten them at home yet, but some things have come, to pick up some points at home in Owerri. So I think maybe they have started to put their foot off the gas. But you look at it as a lot of games have been coming in back to back, and these boys have not had time to rest. And playing in the NPFL comes with a lot, because you're not given that free roll of having your own time, your own space. Unlike our other counterparts across the leagues across the world, where you're able to fly for your league games. Just recently, the Imo State governor presented brand new buses for the Heartland club for them to use for their traveling. So imagine you have to travel, a journey that could take you 1 or 2 hours by, if you use flights, you have to spend 12 hours on the road and then you come back again, all of that. So it's beginning to have that effect on the boys. Fatigue is beginning to come into play. And I believe with this, few days of rest that the boys will have, they should be able to, get themselves together and, continue to get those good results. Because I believe in the NPFL, everybody is fighting for relegation. From once you are 10th position, you're fighting for relegation. Because the point difference between number 10 and number 20 is very little, 3 or 4 points.
Then Rivers United 1-1 the last result against Plateau United. Like I said, they're finding it difficult to blow teams away recently. I remember the beginning of the season, they were unbeaten and they were turning out results every week. So for the past 1 month now, they've not been able to have some serious run of winnings, which is the reason why Remo Stars are still topping the league. What's going on with the Finidi boys?
I've always been complaining. I'm been saying it. Why is Finidi using the same boys? When he was, unbeaten, everybody was like, "Oh, but they're unbeaten now. If the boys that he's using is delivering, why can't he not use it? It's the boys that they are delivering and all of that." Now the boys are tired. Now fatigue has come into place, and Finidi has seen it. You know what he did? He brought in the new players they signed because they were new recruits. He brought them in and started integrating them. Something that you would have started at the beginning of the season. That's what Anslot did. Anslot started integrating all his players at the beginning of the season, saw their weaknesses, saw their strength. But now, when your best players are not delivering, injuries are coming, they are not tired. Some of them are sick. You now want to now integrate the boys that one of them scored his first goal in the second game yesterday. Handsome Surveyor. People were like, who is Handsome Surveyor? Even the name sounds weird. And he's wearing number 9. So we have had the number 9 striker who has not even made the bench, has not made the starting level. So it's just the fact that his best players are becoming weak and tired. And he's now improved. I saw new faces against Rivers United from the starting lineup and on the bench. I was like, who are all these players? But he integrated them and somehow they were able to fight and they only got that solitary goal. In fact, if you check the stats, Rivers United had how many shots? Over 10 shots. Only 2 were on target. Only 2. And the 2 is not even a better shot. So apparently they didn't have any shot on target. So it tells you that.
Do you have any opinion on the Rivers United? They've been a little bit shaky recently.
Well, I was about pointing out that, the beginning of the season, personally, before coming to the season, I didn't see Rivers United as a title contender. But, Finidi George was able to, change the whole mentality about this whole team. And beginning of the season, we saw them, beating long and short, and we saw them as a huge threat and, a favorite to win this league. But a couple of matches right now, the tempo has actually dropped drastically. And I will support what Victor actually said about the fact that the man management of these players, whereby, fatigue actually sets in. This is the Nigerian Premier League, whereby, most teams doesn't even go on flights. You have to spend hours on the road. There's little to no time to rest, and there is no way fatigue is going to set in. Let's even talk about European players that are even using plane everywhere. The way they manage the player is actually very, very good way for them to keep performing at a high level. And I feel like Finidi George has been able to identify the problem right now and is gradually correcting it. And I also, I'm glad that we are having this little break from the league, whereby these players are going to get the deserved rest. Finidi George is also going back to the drawing board to point out what he should do better for them to challenge for this league to the very end and the second standard of the league.
Let me give you an idea of what the league looks like. Last week, Rivers played Nasarawa in Lafia. Last week. Now, that was on Sunday, they played Lafia. Now, that same, by Monday, they will travel back to Port Harcourt. Between Tuesday or Wednesday, they will get to Port Harcourt. They will prepare for game on Monday against Plateau United. Now, after Plateau United, their next game now will be in 2 weeks' time against Plateau United. So we'll travel down to Jos. That's how difficult the Nigerian league is.
Yeah, I can see. So let's go to the table segment and give our viewers out there a rundown of the table at the half stage of the season. Remo Stars still top in 36 points, Rivers United 34 points second. Shooting Stars, I mean, all the way to the top position on the table, 33 points. And Rangers International on the fourth position, 31 points. And Academy Warriors have risen all the way to the fifth position, 29 points. Because you see this team maintain their sixth position. And Abia Warriors have risen to seventh position. Kano Pillars have just stayed within that fifth and 10th position. Right now they're on the eighth position, and Tornadoes 9th, and Bayelsa United in the 10th position. Enyimba has gone all the way to 11th, though they have so many games in hand. They have about 4 games in hand. We hope that they win these games and push themselves all the way to the top of the table. And right now we have Nasarawa United on the bottom, followed by Aqua United, Lobby Stars, and Bendel Insurance. They're having 19 and 20 points to this at this stage. Victor, like he always say, we figure out who is going to win the league, who's going to get relegated 10 games to the end of the season. And right now, I don't know, what do you guys make of this halfway table of the league?
Let me go first. Because according to the table ranking, Rivers United is before Shooting Stars. So that come the end of the season, match day 38, I'm sounding it now. You should not be worried. Rivers United will win the league. Will be number 1. Remo will follow suit. Shooting Stars will finish number 6. I'm saying it with all honesty. Shooting Stars number 6. You watch and see. Those are the only top 2 I can predict. Then the relegation, Bayelsa United is going. Nasarawa is going. Those 2, I'm certain about those 2 that eventually they will get relegated.
Unlike my own prediction, this is not to say I'm a Shooting Star fan, but then I would say the Shooting Star, the Real Warriors have this advantage to them, and that is the underdog advantage. The fact that most team, most lover, most supporter of this league are not seeing Shooting Star as the serious contender of this league, and I would say that is going to be a very huge advantage for us in this title race. And one of the biggest problems for this team has always been the performance away, and for last week, the team went to the Cathedral and got the maximum 3 points. I feel like there's been that mental shift, mentality shift from these boys. They know that they can now get the maximum points from away ground compared to how they started this season, earlier this season, and also the attacking force have been the major problem this team is having. I would say it's a big shame for a club as big as the Shooting Star, or for a club contending for the league, not to have a striker that can guarantee us 10 to 15 goals per season. None of our striker is on 5 goals yet. And that is one of the biggest problems we're having. And I would say one of the biggest advantage the Oli Warriors are having is the fact that our home is not our fortress. It is very, very hard. It is very, very hard for team to come to the Lake of Salami Stadium and get the maximum 3 points. The last time we lost was January this year. And before you know it, next year we'll be going a full year without losing a single home match at the Lake of Salami Stadium. And, that is to tell you that this team are formidable at home. And, when going away has always been the problem. And gradually, we've been seeing that impressive performance. 2 away wins on the row. I would say at the end of the season, the Shooting Star has.
Yeah.
It was he about to say Shooting Stars will win the league?
Yeah, I said like that.
Well, for me, everybody knows it.
Even the network is against you.
I wouldn't even let you say that Shooting Stars will win the league. The network knows you. It's not going to work. For me,
the network is against you.
I still feel that Remo Stars will win the league this season because they've been in the title challenge for.
That is the prediction. Shooting Stars is going to win this league.
So yeah, I feel Remo Stars will win this league. It's not going to be easy for them, but somehow they're going to find that those resources from somewhere to sustain. But the team I am very, very worried about this season is Enyimba. I know at the beginning of the season they didn't look serious. They didn't look like they're going to contend for the league. but somehow they stayed at that third position, even with 1 or 2 games in hand. Right now they have 4 games in hand, and they are not far off the table. I see Enyimba, and don't forget that they're not doing well in the continental competition, which means very soon they're going to come back to the league and focus on the league fully. And if they are still hanging around with all these games in hand, Enyimba should be looked at. It looks like they might come back, and come back strong to push a title charge.
Well, just to add this, everybody knows that once you have outstanding games in the NPFL, don't count on it. It's not a guarantee.
No, it's every
Rivers United.
Yeah, it's everywhere. Even in EPL, don't count to edge before the hash. But the truth of the matter is, the ones that are playing are not winning. They win 1, they draw 1. So there's still, there's no way in those 4 games going to lose all those 4. If they win 2, which is 6 points, they're right there in the mix. So that's so that's what I'm talking about. Man,
Enyimba have sacked their coach, by the way.
Yeah. Which game was that? It was 2 days ago.
And they appointed former Rivers United coach last season.
Okay, we'll see how that goes. So, viewers, let us know what you think in the comment section. You have heard of Laika and Victor today. For me, I'm rooting for Remo, and Laika thinks that Shooting Stars will do the unthinkable this season and come and win the league. Victor is still adamant that Rivers United will win the league. So far, halfway to the table, Remo Stars are on the top of the table, followed by Rivers United, and 3SC on the 3rd position. So he's looking, and we know that Rangers International, Enyimba, all have the capacities to also put a title charge out there. So we'll see in 10 games from now. We'll come out, we'll look again and see how the table is. Guys, thank you for stopping by. Good to see you, bro. I would like to have you more on the show.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Thank you so much for supporting this segment of our channel, NPFL. We have come to stay. We're going to be bringing you information and analysis on this league week in and week out, so that you guys will be abreast of what is going on, since the league is not particularly on TV. So stay put on this channel. Subscribe if you have not done so. Like and share. Let us know your comments. Also in the comment section, let us know what you want to talk about, the information you want to get, if there are things that we're not covering for you, and we'll do that in the new year. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year, Laika, Victor. Thank you, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.
Happy New Year. Thank you so much for having me. I really do appreciate it. It's a great honor to be on this place to talk about our beautiful league. Thank you so much, Victor. Thank you so much, Reggie. It's so great to be here.
Bye.